was just like, you know what, all of this energy I'm putting into my work for my 9 to 5, I could do this for myself and grow my own brand, grow my own business. And that was one of my main motivations for like wanting to do it full time.
I'm gonna go back to what Ms. Harris said. You can't get rich working for somebody else. You have to, if you want to. A lot of people are addicted to a paycheck because a lot of times they're fearful. They don't know what to do. Yeah, they want that stability. But if you organize your ideas and you put forth the effort and do the planning to set up your own business, and you can make it happen. You just have to
make it work.
and it's gonna take some it's gonna take some energy and some hours. You gotta put the time in. Discipline is definitely a big thing about creating your own business and creating your own brand and everything else. Hey, if you guys are out there listening and you want to call in, the number is 504-582-9422. This is Down by Law. I'm attorney Daryl Gray. I am talking to two wonderful, successful black female business owners, and this is a great conversation for people out there who are looking to do something else other than what they're doing and they want to start their own business. Let's talk about some of the considerations. Mentors. Did y'all have the experience of having mentors in the business, or just period, helping you, and guiding you in the right direction?
Yes, my former boss, she was the principal of the high school where I worked, and she was the one who gave me the confidence to train. Because when she told me that I would have to train the staff, I was like, I'm not getting in front of those people. I don't know what to say. So she was like, no, in order for you to do your work stream proficiently, you need them to do their part. So you have to train them. You are the one who knows the system. You have to show them. So she's like, write out an outline about what you want to say and the outcome you want to achieve. Like, what do you want them to know at the end of the training? And you go from there, and she would guide me through, and it turned out to be an ongoing thing. So it wasn't just a one-time training. It was like training before the school year started, training in the middle of the school year, training at the end, and it would roll over every year. But she is the one who really inspired me to tap into a skill set that I didn't realize I had.
Wow.
And even now, to this day, when I have questions about something, I can rely on her for, her mentorship. She's very, very bright. She works in education. She has for a while, as if I have as well. She's amazing. She's an amazing mentor and coach. And so many other people along the way have helped me and, given me the confidence that I need to move forward.
Wow. What about you, Ms. Harris?
I would definitely say it started at home for me.
Mm-hmm.
I came up in a household with a family with predominantly females. We didn't have much males in the family. And they hustled. Back where I live at along the river in Bashford, we had the refineries. That's what we know. If you didn't have like a big time job, we knew we could have. My mom, young, a sibling. We have 5 siblings. My mom was young, and I always know her for working at Albandale Shipyard, working the turnarounds and the refineries and stuff like that. But even though she didn't have a degree, she was still bringing home good money because the refineries paid good or whatever like that. But I would definitely say it was the pioneers in my family, the females. I watched them hustle, working up these jobs to raise us, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be that. We didn't have entrepreneurs in our family. I want to work for myself. I want to be home with my kids. I don't want to have my kids cooking for me and tending to the younger ones.
Right.
So my biggest thing was, as I grew older, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to break that generational curse. I'm going to have my own business. I'm going to be able to, which I don't have any kids yet. I have a dog. I want to be available. I want to be available for my family. I don't want to miss out on the, I played sports all through school because of my mama work schedule. She was unable to, see me shine on and, off the court or whatever like that. But I would definitely say it was the women in my family that allowed me to be like, I watched them, how they move. They went hard. And I'm like, I'm going to go hard, but I'm going to go hard for myself, for my own business.
That's one of the things that I grew up watching as well. I had 5 aunts. My mom is one of 5. And every last one of my aunts were hard-working, industrious women. So I didn't really, I wasn't accustomed to seeing anything other than that. I just knew you had to, you got to get out and get it.
Get out the dirt.
Yeah, so I'm always happy to see when black females take the notion and idea of I'm not going to wait, I'm not going to allow anybody to hold me back, I'm gonna do what I need to do. And the brilliance of us is that we've always found a way to make money through whatever circumstances, whatever economic downturn or economic boom, you know, whatever outside influences that affect us as a culture, as a country, culturally, we have always found a way of making it happen, whether it be, you know, just doing hair and, you know,
I'll
selling
figure it out.
plates. Yeah, we're
That's
gonna
my
figure it
favorite-
out.
That's my favorite.
That's
thing.
Exactly.
That's
We're
just
gonna
what I
figure
did.
it out.
I figured it out.
But the thing about that is, once you figure it out and then you understand how to couple that with traditional business principles, you can take off to the stratosphere. And nowadays, with social media being what it is and people being able to interact so fluidly, you can take your ideas and your business notions, take some of those, take your background and your experience and those fundamental business principles and really build an empire for you and your family. And like you said, break the generational curse. You know what I mean? Because that's something that we all deal with. 504-582-9422, 504-582-9422. If you want to call in and have a conversation, ask questions, please feel free. So let me ask y'all this, because this is one of the biggest deterrents and issues that people deal with when it comes to starting a business. And this goes across, you know, whatever the background. Money, what the dollars at? Where you get your money from to start your business? Like what, you know, everything costs money nowadays. But how did you guys start a business from scratch? You know, how did you capitalize yourself? Did you just get it out your pocket? Did you go to the bank? Did you use savings? You know, I know we were working jobs at one point in time, right? So did you take the money from your job, your employment, and just say, oh, let me flip this into the business?
That's definitely what I did. I took the money from my job, and as time progressed, somebody's like, "Kida, use them people money. Stop using your money." And that's what I have been doing for the longest, using my own money.
Right.
So now I'm in the process of building business credit, you know, because I'm like, okay, I'm about to retire. Let me start saving my money and use these people money. So that's where I'm at right now.
Same.
Same.
I use money, you know, from my regular job that I was to save to build my website. All everything is my own money. And as she said, the same thing. I'm in the process of building business credit, something that I learned along the way. You know, we never have access to that kind of information at all. So
Say that.
this is something that I've
That
learned
part.
on my own, and you know, watching YouTube videos and listening to all of these webinars, and them telling me the things that I need to do to build business credit, so I don't always have to use a personal guarantee. And that's been working out for me. I recently got a business credit card through Chase that doesn't even require a personal guarantee with a
Right.
significant balance, a
Right.
significant limit. And I'm like, why don't we know this stuff?
Listen, let me say, give everybody your social media handles one more time. Ms. Aguilar,
Instagram Dynamic Consulting Solutions.
Ms. Harry.
Top-notch_queen_.
Hey, if you're listening right now, why don't y'all, if you got social media, that's Instagram, right?
Yes.
Instagram.
Go follow these ladies on Instagram. Let's do that right now.
Follow
So,
me.
follow.
Yeah.
Listen, let me say this much, cause this is a huge topic for aspiring and current entrepreneurs. How do you get money to operate your business? The first thing you need to do, the absolute first thing you need to do is set up your business, get a tax ID,
100%.
set it all up correctly. Like, you know, I always tell clients, don't start working and moving and then have to take steps back to correct things.
Yes.
Do everything right on the front end, and those are some very simplistic steps. If you do not understand how to do that, go to my website, www.wpglawfirm.com. My phone number is 504-500-0000. 504-500-0000. That's 504-5 million if you were counting zeros. So it's not a very difficult number to remember. Call us. We have a department that helps small businesses set up their business. Like if you want to start a business, let us help you and navigate you through that process. One. The second thing is, and this guy is going to be a guest, I think, in 2 weeks. His name is Carlos D. Smith. He's based in Atlanta. His Instagram handle is DTHE_Carlos credit_God. He's on Instagram. He is an amazing credit repair specialist and business funding specialist. He will help you get your business funded. I'm telling you that right now. If you have a business you wanna start, that's the first step. The first thing I would do is get a tax ID, get everything set up properly, and I would contact Carlos Smith. So you contact me to help get your business set up, and then you contact Carlos to help you get funded and set all that stuff in place. So, capital for, when, Ms. Aguilar, you said something that's very profound and is very important for us to understand. We are very limited in our knowledge and our understanding of how business works in America, because we don't have those resources in our community. That's why this conversation is so important. You guys have been doing business for a long time. Y'all have been successful. You know the ins and outs. We need to understand what it takes to be successful and how to hedge against failures and losses. Like, we just went through a pandemic. This was unprecedented. Most people don't understand. We might not ever see anything like this again in our lifetime. And the effect that the pandemic has had on so many people's businesses has been devastating. Reason being, they didn't have themselves set up properly. A lot of black businesses operate strictly out of the pocket.
Out of the pocket.
And that's tough. When I started my law firm, I started out of the pocket. I dumped all of my money back into the business. It was a vicious cycle until I realized, and somebody educated me about maybe 7 or 8 years ago on business credit and all this different stuff. I didn't realize I had a great credit score. I didn't know it. I was like, oh wait, wow, I can go get this, I can go get that. And once you start to do that and you are organized, you know how to manage your business. You're not going and say, okay, I'm gonna go get a business line of credit for $100,000 or $200,000 and I'm gonna go ball in Louis. We ain't doing that.
Right.
That's not how you grow your business. So you have to be disciplined, like you talked about that earlier. These are fundamental principles to life in general, but if you're not taking these steps to do what needs to be done, then your business is gonna grow, you're gonna be stagnant.
Correct.
Or you're gonna contract.
Even with filing business taxes, like
that's so
I
important.
learned this the hard way. I was in the process of buying a home and I needed the supplemental income. And I'm like, I have the money in my account. But the bank is like, it's not about what you have, it's about what you can prove.
What you can prove on
So
your
I'm like,
taxes.
okay, so now I need to start filing business taxes and being careful about things I'm writing off, because if you write something off, that decreases your income, and all of this stuff I
So
learned
much of a loss,
by trial and error.
Trial and error.
And
But
my issue was, I was afraid of credit. I was like, no, I don't want this on my credit report. No,
Right,
I don't
right.
like to owe anybody
Yes.
pay for your cash. Then when it was time for me to make big purchases, hold on, Miss Harry, you ain't got no line of credit. You ain't got
Right.
nothing.
Right.
I'm like, I thought that was a good thing, that I don't owe a bunch of people,
Not in
but they want to
business.
see that you have a steady habit
Yes.
of paying creditors on time. And
Right,
I learned that
right.
when I was old.
Listen, you just made a very valid point again, Ms. Aguilar, and I'm gonna have this guy on the show. I think he's coming on in 4 weeks. Mr. Rodney Lemon. Rodney Lemon, I'm gonna give you his phone number. He's a mortgage broker here in New Orleans. And when I tell you he is a master at educating us, black business owners, on how to set yourself up to get the mortgages that you need to get to, take care of your family. You work hard, you bust your butt. You need it needs to show in your houses, whatever you own, but you have to set your business up correctly. Like paying taxes is just a fundamental thing.
Yeah.
But you have to be strategic with that as well. You have to be
Paying
strategic.
yourself.
Pay
Paying
yourself a
yourself.
salary.
Yeah.
Myself
Let-
a salary.
Let me
I
drop
was not doing
Mr.
it,
Lemon.
so
Let me drop
I mean,
Mr.
a
Lemon
couple of
information.
years.
Yeah.
Rodney Lemon, hold on, I just lost it, just did finish. Rodney Lemon, 504-564-6931. Again, that's 504-564-6931. He is an amazing resource, when it comes to getting a mortgage and being an entrepreneur and how that jives. Rodney Lemon will talk your head off, and he's gonna educate you. I think he's a minister or something too, so they like to talk. But he's definitely gonna give you all the information you need to qualify for a mortgage. He can lead you down the right path. He has an amazing Rolodex of contacts. He's my, like I'm telling you from experience and my personal experience, he's my mortgage broker. So, great guy, and he'll help you out a lot. So you got I just gave you 2 resources to get yourself on track that you need to write those down, contact those people immediately, and start the process of living the Black American dream.
Yeah.
Cause you know, our stuff, our culture's different. We want a little hot sauce on whatever we do, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's something you guys need to talk about and think about when you're trying to open these businesses up. Ms. Harry, what do you think is your biggest business strength? What makes you unique?
What makes me unique? I find that I'm a big influencer. I have a lot of people that watch me. I have a lot of stuff going on, and I get DMs all throughout the week. Keita, how do you do it? You work full time at that plant, and you be in Texas, and you be here, and you got this going on. I'm like, I'm gonna do what I love to do. You know, it's time for me to invest me into what I love to do. And like I said before, I can't get rich clocking into somebody else's clock. So even though I don't have all my ducks in a row, I could actually sit someone down and tell them how to start a business, what you need to be doing on social media, how to market and everything. So I feel that would be my strength. I really have an impact and a big influence on young females and upcoming entrepreneurs.
Great, and that's important. What about you, Ms. Aguilar?
I really feel like what I do is every day just show up and be myself. Like, I'm not in a business that requires me to have a persona or a particular social media image and all that. I just get to literally wake up in the morning, get dressed, and just show up and be me, and people resonate with that. I use my experience in life, my experience in my career to help people to get to where they need to be. And I think that's my biggest strength.
Down by Law, featuring and hosted by the amazing, the talented, the effervescent attorney Daryl A. Gray. 504-582-9422. I've been practicing this stuff in the mirror for like 2 weeks. I'm gonna start dropping. Miss D's calling in. Let's talk to Miss D for a second. Hey, Miss D, how you doing?
Good morning. I just want to tell you all I am loving your show.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
All the guests, yes. Just one piece of information. You kind of went fast with the information for Carlos.
Okay.
I wanted to know the kind of his Instagram information. Everybody else.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I got you. Carlos Smith is gonna be on the show in 3 weeks. Carlos Smith is gonna be on the show in 3 weeks. His Instagram handle is THE_credit_God. That's on Instagram. Carlos D. Smith. He has a book out too. I just bought, I think, 10 copies of his book that I'm gonna pass out to different people that I love and care about. Casey being one of them. Carlos is absolutely amazing. He's very talented. He's also very personable, and he loves to help people. You know, I would never, ever support and promote anybody who doesn't hold the same kind of characteristics and qualities that I have and that I admire and I look for in people and building my network. And that's caring about other people. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing in life, making money is a byproduct of giving a damn about your fellow human being. If you are who you are and you get to it and you care about making sure people are okay and that's a part of your business, the money's gonna come because it's gonna resonate with people. People appreciate that. People appreciate you being professional and showing them that, hey, listen, I do this and I do this to make money, but I also do this a certain kind of way and making sure that I treat people fairly and do the right thing by people is what's gonna resonate more so than anything. We got another caller. His name is George. George, what's going on, George? How are you this morning?
My brother, I'm truly enjoying y'all this morning. I'm listening to these young ladies and y'all just uplifting my spirit because I'm an old guy who like my age and my mom and everybody do their thing. And here's something I hear that's kind of like real negative when I hear it, right? When people start talking about generational curses, breaking generational curses, those are things that are negative to any human being. But when you're talking about being uplifted by women who work hard and promoted you to the point where you can see your way through to another opportunity, that's called generational uplift opportunity, baby.
Wow. Say that again. George, say that one more time.
Generational uplift opportunity.
There you go, I got it.
Bam.
No more generational curse.
And that way you feel it's
Flip it.
from all that root that need
That's right.
That's
It's always
right.
about moving the next generation to the next level. You know, matter of fact, let me.
Please y'all lose that generational curse business unless you're talking about something truly equal.
Right. Appreciate it, George. Thank you so much. Listen, I would be
I like
remiss
that.
if I did not shout out my favorite black female entrepreneur, my wife, Dr. Jovian S. Monette. Dr. Jovian S. Monette is a dentist here in New Orleans. This lady has probably missed 2 days of work in the last 20 years, and I think one day was when she had a baby. So she's a epitome of like that. Move along, go along, never stop. She just gets to it. And you know, one of the things that with both of us being entrepreneurs, our kids don't know anything other than that.
Right.
Our kid, I have 2 daughters. One of my daughters just graduated 7th grade yesterday, so shout out to her.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
She's moving on. She's an amazing young woman. And you know, it's funny. You start to realize just living your life influences the people around you because people are watching you. You don't know they're watching, but they are, and they look at your successes and they look at your challenges sometimes, and it's about you doing the things you need to do on a day-to-day basis to send out those positive shockwaves into the universe. You know what I mean? And that's amazing. Like George just said, we've seen black women hold down the black family for so long without the recognition of knowing that, man, that is not easy. It's not easy being a mother, being a breadwinner, and having to survive and navigate a very, let's see, how can I say this without being too offensive? A very challenging world,
Yes.
which is skin color being what it is, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about that. Let's bounce around to like, what are some of the greatest challenges you guys have faced in starting your business? Let's start with you, Ms. Harry. What are some of the challenges that you deal with, other than, I mean, maybe time constraints?
Definitely time, but I've always been that person. If I don't have a lot of things going on, I'm not good, you know. But I'm gonna take it to the story of my little cousin, because during the time I was starting my business, my beauty boutique in 2018, you know, there's a lot of rules and regulations with St. John Parish, and I was kind of getting discouraged as far as getting everything into place and the fire marshal and this and that and licenses. But I had a young cousin by the name of Avian Thomas. She had been battling lupus for quite some time. She actually passed September 3rd after battling it for 2 years in the hospital. She was in the hospital for 2 years. Mom
Sorry
never
to
left
hear
her
that.
bedside. And I would go and visit her in the hospital every day. And I'm like, this girl in here fighting for her life, you know. Days she out of it, days she could wave her hand, days she could open her eyes, got 2 legs amputated and everything. And I'm like, how I'm letting getting some paperwork in order stop me from getting my business going when here she's in here really fighting for something far more serious. So I would leave that hospital. Every time I would go see, I'm like, I'm gonna leave this hospital. I'm gonna get this done. I'm gonna talk to this person. You know, I'm going to get this paperwork signed. And I can honestly say that I got my business going just by watching her fight.
Wow.
She put fight in me, and I really dedicate everything I do to my cousin Avian Thomas. May she rest in peace.
May she rest in heaven.
Yes, rest in heaven. 24 years old. 24.
Wow, that's an amazing story.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for that loss, but to take something positive from something like that is what we all need to do in life. Just like George said, George has changed the dynamic of a lot of stuff when he said, don't talk about generational curses. You know, we gotta always, like, when you have situations that happen in life, you have to find a silver lining. You have to find a way of taking a positive spin on it. Ms. Aguilar, what about you? What are some of the challenges that you have faced?
That's a good segue, what you just said, because I literally personally lived through a health crisis. In 2018, I was diagnosed with kidney failure.
Wow.
And you know, that requires dialysis every day, and my life was just turned upside down.
Wow.
And I didn't know what the outcome would be. I didn't know if I would get a donor. I didn't know how it would end. It just so happened that my wonderful boyfriend, who was standing right there, was a match and donated me his kidney.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I was
That's a
able to,
blessing.
such a blessing, and I was able to move forward with that. That motivated me to, because all of that time being off work, you know, after the surgery, right before the surgery and after the surgery, all of that time being off work gave me the opportunity to really reflect and decide, listen, I want to take control of my life. tomorrow is not promised. I wanna do what makes me happy. I wanna work for myself. I wanna control my earning potential. I wanna control my quality of life. And that situation really helped me to realize that.
You know what, let's give your boyfriend a round of applause. I didn't know if he was a paid security guard. So apparently
he acts
he's
like
guarding.
he is my security,
Yeah,
for
he's
real.
guarding you and his kidneys right now.
Literally.
Wow, man, hey, listen, hey, bro, shout out to you, that's an amazing, like, you can't never break up with him.
Oh my God, every time people find out, they say the
He's
same
literally,
thing.
he's literally in your life forever, literally. That's amazing, man. That's such a profound. It's amazing how the universe works, right? Like, how are you dating a guy who's a match?
I know, and he said it from day one. He would be like, I'm gonna be a match, I'm gonna pray about it every day.
Wow.
I'm like, that's not how it works. It's gonna be a family member, blah, 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 blah. And he went on his own. He didn't even tell me he was going to get tested because my mom had gotten tested and was a match, so I was cool with that. He went behind my back and went and got tested, and he was a better match than my mom. So I'm like, okay.
Y'all were made for each other. That's amazing.
But that whole experience really gave me what I really needed to see about what's important in life and not working for someone else. That was the biggest thing I got out of it, because I had a very demanding job that would require so many hours, so much of my personal time, weekends, holidays, even when we're supposed to be off, I'm still working. And I'm like, I can't go back to that at all after living through what I experienced.
Again, let's say this again, Ms. Harry, what you call it? You can't get rich doing what?
Working for somebody else.
But listen, nobody's saying go out here and smack your boss and quit your job and say I'm out of here. I'm
If
going
to
to
be
do
a
my own
millionaire
thing.
is
Yeah.
something you aspire to do, it will not happen work for someone else.
No.
It will not.
But you gotta have a plan, man.
You have to have a plan.
You gotta have a plan. Just don't jump up and quit your job,
No.
sir. It's, man, like I'm out of here. I'm just sick. I've been sick of y'all. Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Don't do that. Don't do it like that. You know, you just gotta put it all together. But some people don't want to be entrepreneurs because there's a lot of stress that comes with being
It's a
an
lot of
entrepreneur.
uncertainty financially.
Uncertain. You don't know.
You just
And
don't
that is
know.
the thing, like we focus so much on, like a lot of these events that we do, business, boss, ladies, this, that, or whatnot, and we tend to leave out the regular 9-to-5 girl, the soccer mom, the spiritual woman, the woman that's in a good relationship. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start a platform for women of all walks. I started Influence Her, and that way we all can sit
Influence Her?
Influence
I
Her.
like that.
So that way we all could sit at the table, pour knowledge into each other. Like me, I'm single. I struggle with relationships, you know. I'm spiritual, but I still need help with prayer. So I invite different ladies with different interests, and we meet once a month. We get together, we talk. It's not just about business. You know, maybe I can encourage you to start a business, because you might be that mom sitting home with nothing to do, don't have a circle of friends.
Right.
You know, I could link you with certain groups to join. So that's what it's all about, Influencer, and I hope to take it to the next level. Influence her.
Networking is like another aspect of being a business owner that you have to make time for. It's not like it's I want the option of networking. No, networking is essential, it's mandatory. You have to expand your circle of contacts so you can grow your business, because you know, once people know what you do, when somebody may come to a person, hey, you know, I'm doing this, that, and that. Oh, you need to call so-and-so. Oh, you need to look up so-and-so. She does this, she does that. That's something that we all need to keep in mind when you're starting a business and you're running a business.
Correct.
504-582-9422. You're listening to Down by Law with the illustrious, the phenomenal, the very handsome and charming Attorney Daryl A. Brady. I'm talking about myself because today I'm so happy with the guest that we have today, because I'm so proud of these sisters and what they have accomplished and what they continue to accomplish. And they are giving you guys $1 million worth of game in an hour. And I wish I would charge an hourly rate, because I normally charge about $400 or $500 an hour. But we gonna give y'all something for free today. All right. Let's talk about this. What's the best part of running a business or being a business owner? What do you guys enjoy most about that, Ms. Aguilar? What's your favorite thing?
Oh my God, controlling my time. That for me is so important. Being able to work when I want, not work when I don't want. And then also I feel like controlling my earning potential. I have so many opportunities that come my way that I can either turn down or take, depending on where I am, you know,
Right.
in the moment.
Right.
That is so important because it has never been that way for me working for someone else. I'm always on somebody else's time and whatever they feel I deserve to earn for my day of work.
Exactly.
You know, I got this thing, and I'm gonna flip it to you, Ms. Harris. Time is the most valuable commodity we have as human beings, because if after this hour, we can't get this time back, it's gone. So what you do with your time and being able to control it as best you can and master the proper and efficient employment of your time is essential to the growth and expansion of yourself as a human being. I feel like that's the most, that's, if you don't understand that principle, you may not be ready to be a business owner, because that's what it's all about. You wanna put yourself in a position where you can live out your dreams, and you can control your destiny, and you can do what you wanna do with your time. Ms. Harry, what about you?
Yes, definitely my time and being able to control my own destiny. But overall, I would say the connections that I have made. You know, like I'm planning an event right now, and I'm thinking back to all the people that I have met. I'm like, oh my God, this person could do this person could do that. You know, I don't have to go far. I've met a whole lot of people, and I would tell it to anybody. Look in your circle, and if you look around and you're the only person that's owning that circle, you need to expand that circle, get rid of that circle.
Reevaluate.
Yes, let more people in, because I like to sit at a table where there's people that could pour into me. I don't always wanna be a leader at the table. You know, I wanna be around people that I can learn from. And if your circle ain't allowing you to elevate, grow, giving you knowledge, change that circle. You know, let more people in. All people be like, oh, no new friends.
No.
What your old friends doing for you? What your current friends doing for you? So I'm all about new friends. I don't have to be friends like you, my sister friend. You know, we have different levels of friends. So that no new friends crap, throw that out the window.
Throw it out the
Man,
window.
you better, that's retarded.
That's retarded.
That really is.
Sorry for the people that know. Retarded is an offensive word. We don't use retarded. We have to
Yeah,
be socially
exactly.
correct.
Crazy.
That doesn't make sense. How about that?
Yeah.
But you know, your circle of people need to be either on your level or higher.
Yes.
You can you know, I got this thing, my social media, my Instagram handle is still D-Gray, because I'll never change fundamentally who I am, but I also want people to aspire to be better every single day.
Correct.
Like, don't get stagnant in your own personal life and like, you know what? And I'm never gonna make new friends. I'm not gonna look to improve myself or improve my situation or my existence. Don't do that. Always look to put yourself on the next level and push yourself to the next level and change something and move forward every single day. Stagnation is like, that's the definition of dead, being stagnant. Now let's give them a little bit of a reality check. What's the least favorite part about owning your own business, Ms. Harry?
The work, you know, before I just gotta clock into somebody's job and just do the work and get my check.
Yeah.
And now it's paperwork, taxes, payroll, making sure your people that, you know, work for you and stuff like that is on board. You know, I have, some young ladies that work in my shop, they're young. 'Cause that's what I do, I give young ladies a chance out of school, and I'm like, there's always something. So, more than anything, it would definitely be, the paperwork, the office work behind it that I didn't have before.
Right.
Yeah.
Ms. Aguilar?
I agree with her 100%. It's all the back office stuff. The filing taxes and the payroll, and you are responsible for where your business goes. So sometimes I'm up at 3:00 in the morning editing my website, coming up with new training modules. I will wake up in the middle of the night literally like, oh no, I can make this module a little better. So I'm up in the middle of the night working. When usually if I'm off at 7, I'm off at 7. But when you're working for yourself and you know you are responsible for your business
Around the
doing,
clock.
it is 24-hour
You ain't
work.
turning it off.
24/7. And you're never satisfied. My wife and I were talking about this morning, because, you know, I'm just like you, I'll bounce out of the bed, like, oh, let me go do this, and I have like all this stuff around the bed. I got a notepad, I got my iPad, I'm always taking notes, I'm always doing things. And she said to me, like, you never sleep during the week, but on the weekend you sleep like a bear. That's because I can't do nothing. Like everybody else is like, the office is closed, I'm sitting around like, man, I guess I'll just go to sleep. That's the only time I catch rest, because when you own a business, you're always looking to improve it.
Yes.
Let me ask y'all this question though, would you change that? Like, with the negative, not negative part, the challenges that you face, would you change your position, would you go back to working a job, a 9 to 5?
Never.
Exactly,
I will be up at 3 in the morning happily.
exactly, cause guess what? If your goal is to go on vacation to Bora Bora, you set that goal for yourself, you put things in place, and you go out there and get what needs to be gotten to make that happen,
Yes.
right? And then that's your time, that's what you wanna do, that's what you're gonna do. 504-582-9422, 504-582-9422. Give us a call if you wanna have a conversation with one of these wonderful ladies, business owners, successful black females. Y'all, we changing the narrative. This show is about giving people information that can help them move their lives to the next level, improve their situations. From a legal standpoint, real quick, like I talked about this earlier, and I always try to intersect some, aspect of the law when it comes to, business owners and every topic that we have. So if you have started a business, you need to have a network of attorneys to help you get where you need to be. My phone number, I'm a personal injury attorney, but we also do some business setup stuff in the office. We have a little team for that. But if you need help, you need a referral, give us a call at 504-500-0000, 504-5-MILLION, 504-500-0000. Our website is www.wpglawfirm.com. That's right and great, if you guys didn't know. We are an amazing, bad law firm. We kick butt every day. Go on our web, as a matter of fact, go on the website and take a look at what we do. And keep that in mind. We're probably the largest black law firm in the city of New Orleans. So, take a look at what we have online. Ladies, the challenges that you guys talked about a moment ago, how did y'all overcome? How do you deal with them? How do you overcome them? How do you control them and manage them, Ms. Aguilar?
Well, the biggest thing, I've recently learned to ask for help, because I would always try to figure it out on my own, just because of the nature of what I used to do. It required me to be very resourceful. So it's just natural to me to figure it out on my own. But recently I learned that I need help. I don't know everything. I can't do everything, which is how I ended up meeting Casey. I wish I would have met her 10 years ago.
Say the same thing about Kate.
She is such an amazing resource, and I've learned so much just reaching out to her and using her services. I'm like, if I had known this a long time ago, I would be so much further along just by asking questions and understanding that I don't have all the answers. As much as I think I know everything,
Yeah.
I really don't.
And I've been knowing Casey, and I'm like, okay, I've been sleeping on you, Casey.
Yes, that's one of the biggest things you can do is not be afraid to ask for help.
Casey's a G.
She is
I've been
awesome.
She's such a hard working person, and like you said, she falls into that category as well. Like, she's a helper.
Yeah, she's
You know
one of
what I
those
mean?
people, you don't even have to pay.
You don't even
I
have
could
to
text
call.
her and
You
say,
need help?
hey, I have a quick question. I'm like, I know this is not our
definitely have to pay.
time.
You definitely have to pay.
You gotta pay, let me rephrase that, you gotta pay.
And that was my thing.
She goes above and beyond, she goes above and
To
beyond.
answer that question, my thing was, Keita, you got to invest money in you.
Yes.
Right.
Cause I was that person trying to do everything on my own,
Yes.
not asking for help or whatever like that. So I'm like, okay, it's time to spend some money.
Casey saw my logo and she was like, so yeah, no, this isn't gonna work.
Yes.
Yeah, she did.
We have to rebrand.
Right.
And listen, Casey's handle on Instagram is Brand Pro, like the Louisiana way of spelling pro. Preaux. Brand Preaux. So y'all follow her online as well. I mean on Instagram. Casey is an amazing resource
Amazing
when it comes to
resource.
starting your business and getting yourself a little boost and branding yourself.
Yes.
You know, you gotta, the brand is everything. Like, if you don't understand that the brand is it's what comes through the door before you come through the door, then, you're kind of missing a huge aspect of what goes into owning a business.
I didn't have social media until I started working with Casey.
You
And
tripping.
opening an Instagram page, so I've had so many my website views, I think it quadrupled.
Mhm.
Opening an Instagram page, and she gave me a kind of framework of the things I should post and the type of like the time I should post, all of that work. So definitely invest in the branding invest in Casey, actually.
Right, and you know, that's the thing too, like, there are resources out there that can help you get to where you need to be. You just gotta kinda, you know, take a look and set up a plan and start doing a little checklist on what you need to start your business, where you wanna go with it. Have a 6-month, 12-month, 2-year plan. Start with that, you know, get it, like the stuff we talked about earlier, getting your tax IDs and getting yourself registered with the state of Louisiana. You, again, call me at 504-500-0000, 504-5 million. Ask for, what's that young lady's name that works over there? Idrisha Lipsky, I think that's her name. Ask for her, she can help you get all this stuff started. She kinda runs point on that for our office, but that's something that we can get you started with. We can start pointing you in the right direction. And once you get yourself set up, you've heard a couple of different resources on this show, as to how to continue to grow and plan out strategically. I'm gonna ask, Ms. Aguilar and Ms. Harry to give their, social media handles one more time, cause we're about to get out of here. Give everybody y'all's, contact information on IG so we could, kinda circle back and they can hit y'all up if they have questions. Ms. Aguilar?
My Instagram is Dynamic Consulting Solutions, all one word.
Miss No Social Media. You gotta be cold-blooded at what you do if you don't have any kind of social
I
media.
just
Like,
got
you
on social
roll and
media
get
like
money,
3
you
weeks
like, you
ago.
tripping with social media,
Wow,
like, Grant,
all that
come on.
time.
Wow. Say it one more time, what is, I'm sorry.
Dynamic Consulting Solutions.
All right, Ms. Harry?
Yeah, I am _queen_.
Hey, we are, wrapping up. I told y'all it was gonna be so quick. Hey, we appreciate everybody for listening to Down by Law. You got something you wanna say?
Yeah, I wanna
Ms.
leave the, listeners with something. Speak life and power over yourself. You
Right.
know, if you speak negative, that's what's gonna be upon your life negative. Speak affirmations, you know, like I'm unapologetic when it comes to my faith and who I serve. So, just know that faith without work is dead.
Yes.
You know, put your faith to work, but you gotta meet him halfway with it. Don't just say, oh, I done prayed for it, now waiting for God to bless me. No, it don't go like that. Faith without work is dead.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
And look in the mirror and tell yourself you're wonderful, blow yourself kisses and tell yourself you're
Yes,
magnificent.
every
Yeah,
morning,
that's why I hit y'all
speak
around
the
with this stuff.
affirmation into the atmosphere.
Ms. Aguilar, you wanna hit us with some closing, cause he's gonna shut the, mic off in a second.
I just wanna, my favorite quote is, excellence is an ongoing journey, never stop. Always know you can be excellent every single day. Wake up with that in your head. Today I'm gonna be excellent.
There you
And
go.
just show up and be you.
That's right. Absolutely. You're good enough. Trust me. All right, guys, we appreciate you guys for listening to another episode of Down by Law. We'll